who really dislikes who in Hollywood? It seems like celebrities who are in Hollywood always have to be nice to each other. They have to act like they're the best of friends, when in reality, they may not like each other at all. Here are some celebrities who notoriously dislike each other. While it might seem like celebrities are always best pals when they're out and about in Hollywood, that's not always the case. In fact, there are quite a few celebs who can't stand one another. Whether it's because of jealousy or just a personality clash, these stars definitely don't get along. Check out our list of celebs who dislike each other below. Number 1. Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep. The tension between Ted and Joanna in Robert Benton's Kramer vs. Kramer wasn't all acting. Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep really did hate each other while filming the 70s drama, and still do to this day. The two actors famously clashed on set, with Hoffman's method acting rubbing Streep the wrong way. Things came to a head when Hoffman berated Streep for not crying during an emotional scene. In response, Streep slapped him across the face. The incident was caught on camera, and the footage was later used in the film. Despite their differences, both Hoffman and Streep gave career-defining performances in Kramer vs. Kramer, earning them Oscar nods. Hoffman won Best Actor, while Streep was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. However, their feud didn't end there. Years later, when asked about her experience working with Hoffman, Streep famously said, "He's a nice man, but he's not the brightest bulb in the lamp." Ouch. It seems that despite their shared Hollywood success, these two actors will never be friends. Number 2. Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. On the surface, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams seem like an unlikely pair. After all, Gosling is a self-proclaimed loner who avoids the spotlight, while McAdams is a bubbly Hollywood starlet. However, despite their differences, the two actors have one thing in common: they both despised each other during the filming of The Notebook. Gosling and McAdams got off on the wrong foot from the very beginning, and their disagreements quickly boiled over into full-fledged arguments. Director Nick Cassavetes even said that the two actors were often screaming at each other between takes. Gosling was so unhappy with McAdams that he even wanted her kicked off the project. However, despite their animosity, Gosling and McAdams managed to put aside their differences long enough to give an unforgettable performance in The Notebook. In fact, their on-screen chemistry was so convincing that many viewers assumed they were a couple in real life. Who would have thought that two people who hated each other so much could create such magic on screen? Number 3. Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. During the filming of 1987's Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey feuded so badly that the director had to show them their screen test before every scene to remind them of their initial chemistry. The two actors argued constantly on set, and according to Grey, their dislike for each other made it difficult to film their iconic love scenes. "The truth is, we didn't get along at all," she said in a 2009 interview. "We battled every day. It was clear that we did not like each other." However, despite their feud, the two actors were able to channel their dislike into intense on-screen chemistry, which helped to make Dirty Dancing one of the most iconic romantic films of all time. Number 4. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford were two of the most successful actresses of their generation. They both started out in the silent era and went on to have long and prolific careers in Hollywood. However, despite their many similarities, the two women could not have been more different. And, perhaps unsurprisingly, they ended up despising each other. There are a number of reasons why Bette Davis and Joan Crawford hated each other. For one thing, they were constant rivals for roles and awards. They were also very different in terms of personality. Davis was brash and outspoken, while Crawford was more reserved and elegant. But perhaps the most important reason for their hatred was that they represented different types of women on screen. Davis was often cast as strong-willed heroines, while Crawford was usually typecast as the damsel in distress. As a result, their public personas came to be seen as opposites, and this only served to fuel the rivalry between them. In the end, Bette Davis and Joan Crawford's rivalry became one of the most infamous feuds in Hollywood history. Though they never worked together, their animosity towards each other was legendary. And even though both women are now gone, their feud continues to fascinate movie fans to this day. Number 5. Harrison Ford and Sean Young. Harrison Ford and Sean Young worked together on the set of the sci-fi classic Blade Runner, and by all accounts, they did not get along. In fact, their feud was so well known that it even became the subject of an episode of Seinfeld. So what exactly happened between these two Hollywood stars? There are a few theories. Some say that Ford was simply jealous of Young's talent and good looks. Others believe that Ford was resentful of the attention Young was getting from director Ridley Scott. Whatever the reason, it's clear that there was no love lost between these two actors. Interestingly, Ford and Young have both gone on to have successful careers in Hollywood, despite their feud. Perhaps they've simply learned to put their differences aside when it comes to work. Or maybe they've just realized that there's no point in holding on to a grudge when there are more important things to focus on. Either way, it's clear that their feud is something that's firmly in the past. Number 6. Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment. Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment played sisters on the Disney Channel show Hannah Montana. Even though they had to act like they loved each other on screen, the two actresses actually disliked each other in real life. One reason for their feud was that Cyrus felt that Osment was trying to upstage her. Since Cyrus was the star of the show, she felt that she deserved the most attention. Additionally, Cyrus was annoyed by Osment's habit of constantly asking for advice. Since Osment was younger and less experienced, Cyrus felt like she was always being treated like a child. As a result, their working relationship was often tense and arguments were common. Thankfully, the two actresses have since patched things up and are now on good terms. With this, we would like to end this video with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure that you like our video. And do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.